The thing is, in barber school, you learn how to judge somebody's facial structure and how to match what kind of mustache they should have, what kind of all of that. Yeah, exactly. Like if you got, you know what I mean, Jay-Z lips, like you can't have like a little pencil mustache. Like it just don't work. But yeah, so let's get into it. Of course, you know, everybody had to go through it this year. Right. I know you had the restaurants and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? How did COVID affect you, and how were you proactive, and how did you like beat the curve?
Man, I wouldn't necessarily say beat it, right? I think for me, it just really taking a hard look on outcomes. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I like to play game theory. Right. So meaning like I look at 3 or 4 different paths, map them out, do cost benefit analysis. All right, what's the cost if I make this decision? What's the benefit? Vice versa. So as I'm doing all the math and doing all the numbers, man, it just really didn't make a lot of sense to like keep on getting like taken on the chin. Okay. Because like you close for a certain amount of months, basketball's going, I got 10 stores, I got 10 rents, I got 400 employees. So it was just like, you dig yourself farther and farther in the hole. Right. So at some point, you just be like, yo, anytime you find yourself in a hole, you digging, first thing you gotta do is stop digging. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So for me, you know what I'm saying, the banks, the creditors, everything else, it's just like, yo, y'all gotta have all this shit back. Right. Like.
I said, like, beat the curve because now, you know, we've been in the pandemic for a strong year. Yeah, for sure. It's still some restaurants that, to me, it seems like they hold on to it by a thread because I've got a culinary background, so I know the hospitality and food service management business a little bit, and I can see little stuff that's just like, oh, y'all went from, you know, the super thick pepper bacon on your burgers to the microwavable bacon. Yeah. Like little stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay.
So this is the story, right? So I think a lot of people are scared to pivot. Right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, unfortunately, they identify their career with their identity. Okay. Saying that people are in the restaurant industry, this is who I am. And that I don't have this.
I don't have nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's dangerous to ever tie yourself up like that, right? So for me, I walk in a room, you know what I'm saying, no matter if I got 10 stores, 0 stores, like I'm me. Right. Like I'm a hustler, I'm gonna make it happen, I'm gonna make it shake. So I never fear public perception. I never fear any of that type of stuff, right? So I'm a self-made dude. So it's just like, yo, I could get it all back. I could figure out a way. I'm a smart dude. Like
roll with the punches.
Yeah. So I think for me, never letting even when I play ball, right? I never let my NFL career define me. Like, yo, you're an NFL player. Like, nah, bro. Like I'm a hustler. I'm this. I happen to play NFL right now.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. That's kind of how I am with the barbering thing. That's kind of why I took this podcast thing on too, because it's like I got so many clients, and I'm like, all I do all day is interview. That's all I do. You know what I mean? Like cutting now is like second nature. Like I can look at your head and be like, all right, cool. It's gonna take me 15 minutes. I'm gonna ask him some questions to stretch it out to 30, 40 minutes. But you know what I mean? So you don't want to be a one-trick pony. Somebody told me that a long time ago. Like, don't just think cutting hair is your own one little thing. Even like the restaurant industry for you, probably you could use that as use that momentum to catapult you into a different field, or to, you know, because you meet a lot of different people and stuff like that too. So.
Yeah, I think the biggest lesson I learned, one of the biggest lessons I learned, like, is that like most people on some type of journey, got some type of goal, some type of plan in their mind, right? And they think it's all about that destination. And for me, what I realized is more about the person you become on the way to that destination. Right. And the person had to become in order to grow 10 restaurants, to franchise 7 of them, to put together these systems and processes. That's all repeatable. Right. So it's easy for me to step away from something where now I'm a business dude now. Like I can read a P&L. Like I have managed 400 employees. I can run effective meetings. I can put together marketing plans. So these things are like transferable in any business. So for me, I think, you know, it's a very expensive education. Right. But now, I mean, I'm gonna earn double, triple of what I ever would earn in the restaurant game. Right. Just knowing what I know now and being able to utilize it a little bit differently.
Okay. You said something about the end goal and staying focused. How do you keep that tunnel vision? I know it's a lot of stuff out here now that, I mean, even just having your phone in your hand is it's a distraction.
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
So, how do you keep that tunnel vision, man? How do you stay focused? Like, what are your steps you got?
Yeah. So I think for me, you have to create a vision for your life.
Okay.
And then your vision pulls you, right?
Right. Okay.
I think so many people don't have vision, don't necessarily rock by values. So you see them involved in everything. One week they selling, you know what I'm saying, this, next week they selling that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think those dudes are hard to trust.
Right. Yeah.
Because you're like, all right, bro, you gonna
and everything they selling fire too. Yeah, it's that one though.
You gonna disappear right after, like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like, all right, what's my vision? What's my values? And now, more importantly than ever, is creating a lifestyle business.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So as in exchange for chasing success or money and value, like I'm chasing a lifestyle.
Right.
I'm chasing vacation. I'm chasing time off. I'm chasing peace, clarity.
Right.
And for me, that's what I'm after. So it's easy for me to make decisions on what not to do because it's not aligned with my values.
Okay. Core values. Can you go over those for us? I know not everybody has core values, but I think they should. Every company, every person should have like core values they go by. Do you have any?
Yeah. So core values is key, right? So core values is like what you identify yourself as.
Okay.
So when I talked about earlier, don't identify yourself as a restaurateur or a football player, right? You identify yourself by your core values. Right. So me is like humbly confident.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm humble. I ain't gonna like brag or put on for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But don't get it Mr. Screw. Like you can Google your boy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still confident, right? So peace. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not with the rah-rah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't with the drama. I ain't going back and forth with you. Funny story. It was just like the dude was like, he asked the guru like, "Yo, how do you keep your peace?" He's like, "I don't argue with fools."
Right.
And then the dude, the questionnaire, was like, "I don't think that's right." He was like, "I believe you."
Oh, okay. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like I ain't going back and forth with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The next thing is just like work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like growth mindset. Like for me, I just believe, you know what I'm saying? My father would always say, if, the successful people want you to know something, they'll put it in a book.
Right.
Because you ain't going to read no books.
Right.
So now being able to read books and you get 20 years worth of game from someone in 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? It's transformational.
Right.
So like all these things is kind of like who I identify with now, myself, my core values. So when it comes to like decision making, it's easy for me to make decisions. If it ain't about growth mindset, and about having confidence, about peace, you know what I'm saying, prosperity, then I ain't rocking with it.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, so how are you gonna apply those values in 2021, man? It's the new year. We're about a weekend right now.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's gonna be hopefully better than 2020 was. So
the crazy part is just like the hopefully part, and I think this is like my new mission, right? Like we get to dictate that hopefully part. Right? Because the national environment and economy isn't your personal environment and economy. This dude's booming in 2020. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, how do I, one of my values is like as a coach, right? As a communicator, and just trying to put people on game, but let more people realize that, hey man, the number one way you give up your power is by thinking you don't have any.
Okay, right.
So by people thinking this is someone else's destination, like, all right, they ain't make me happy, they ain't do this, they ain't do like, bro, like that's all your responsibility.
Self-rejection, basically.
You know what I'm saying? So when you say like hopefully better, my 2021 is gonna be like
great,
because I'm gonna make it great.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna wake up every day and choose greatness, choose happiness.
Right.
So for me, 2021, man, just gonna be for me really just launching all my digital programs. I got a couple books coming out. You know what I'm saying? Really just VIP helping VIP clients really become a champion. Right. I'm all about the championship lifestyle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Realizing the 7 pillars, becoming a champion in every area of your life, and really just getting out there with courses with more documentation, showing people like how they can transform their lives.
Okay. So is that a company you got right now? Is it Championship? What's it called?
So the company is Champ Builder, right? Okay. So I have a course called Champions Academy, where it walks you through the 7 pillars, which I define as self-development, business and career, fitness and health, intimate relationships, social relationships, finances, and spirituality. Okay. So those 7 pillars like make up who we are in our lives.
Kind of like the core values.
Core values, you know what I'm saying? But the challenge is some people only focus on 1 or 2 of those pillars, and the other ones are leaning.
Right.
So there's a lot of dudes that's focusing on business, that's getting it, but they out of shape. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, you know what I'm saying? Or they focus on everything else, but their relationship at home is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So balance is the key, really.
Or they got 6-packs and they broke. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of dudes ain't really showing up in all the different pillars. So
the 6-pack and broke thing is kind of crazy because it's like, I'm a fat dude, so it's always been hard. I'm just saying, it's been harder for me to do certain stuff without having a 6-pack. Some people just don't take you serious. Like, you can't even eat right. What you mean? You know what I mean? So you look at somebody that's in shape, it's like, he's got some sort of discipline about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
that's what it represents, right? So, so perception and reality is totally different, right? But a perception of someone in shape is that they're disciplined.
Right. That
they're consistent.
Okay.
So when you look at someone like that, like that's initially the vibe that you get before they open up their mouth. Now they open up their mouth, they dumb, you be like, you put them in the box.
You got lucky with that 6-pack.
Nah, you be like, yo, if I need to carry these couches, I know who to call.
Right.
You gonna help me out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll talk about business.
I know a lot of guys like that.
Oh, a ton.
Yeah.
So it's just like, how do you become more of a complete person? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And really, how do you obtain fulfillment in all those areas? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stop saying like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there one day. Nah, like today. No better time but right now.
Yeah. You gotta tackle it every day. I think it's I think I saw something on your page when you were like, conquer the day.
Right.
You conquer your day, you conquer your week, conquer your week, conquer your month, conquer your year.
Yeah, that's it. I think breaking it down to the common denominators, right?
Right.
So many people want to get so far ahead of themselves that you got a lot of work before you get there.
Right.
Like today is like an important challenge.
Yeah. Nah, seriously, it is.
It deserves your full attention, right? So don't get so caught up on your future.
Right. You can just neglect today because if you like, especially for me, if I get so caught up in a lot of stuff that I want to do and I'm not focused on my haircuts, because at the bottom line, the haircuts got to be fire.
Got to.
I can't be cutting thinking about, like, damn, how am I going, you know what I mean, buy that house, or what am I going, you know what I mean, save up for that down payment, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, like 2 haircuts was trash. I gave somebody a mohawk he had for a buffet, like, you know what I mean?
So is this thing is it's like, yo, if you on a 10-hour destination, right? First 8 hours, you straight, no, you know what I'm saying, behind the wheel, on point, you know what I'm saying, cruising, good music. 8.5 in, you veer off the road and crash into a tree.
Right, that's right. It don't matter.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, pay attention to the road, bro. Right. We ain't there yet.
Yeah.
Like, I think Kobe Bryant, man, I love Kobe, man. Guy rest his soul, definitely one of the great strategies of 2020. But he was in the interview, like after the game, I think they up like 3-0. Mm-hmm. And he was just in there mean mugging. And one of the dudes and the host was like, Cole, like, aren't you happy you're up 3-0? He was like, what should I be happy about? He's like, is the job done? Yeah. He's like, no. So it's like, I'm good. Like, we got game 4. Right. I'm locked in.
Yeah. Gotta be locked in.
So that's the discipline that it takes to become a champion in your life. You know what I'm saying? And so many people just lack that discipline and just, you know what I mean, just very reactionary.
What does locking in look like though? Because like you can say it, but then a lot of people have so many different vices, like women, liquor, you know what I mean, pornography, whatever it might be.
Right.
Like it's hard to lock in. Like I tried to do like the meal prep thing, go cold turkey with it and but it's just like, for me, I think the most important thing is about having organization to lock in, because it's hard to lock in if you don't know what you're doing and the steps to do it in.
Right. So one of my big things is this, right? One thing that we have to unlearn is that like failure is final.
Okay.
So when I say lock in, it's not that I'm consistent, 100% doing anything. What I mean lock in is that when I get inconsistent, I can quickly come back. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude who driving in 8 hours, he swerved, he hear the road, they gonna give you a warning. He snatched that thing back. Cool. He's still straight. Yeah. He's still on the road. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm saying like him, like yo, I may slip up sometimes. This thing might swerve.
You're slipping. Realize you.
Hey, I'm getting this thing back on the road.
Right.
But so many people they sleep, you know what I'm saying? I go on, they crash, they hit one tree, they go on the next tree, then it's the ditch. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like nah, like understand, like build failure into your plan.
Okay.
So when you fail, like damn, like
plan B.
Like what else you gonna do?
Right.
I was gonna meal prep, I was gonna eat right. All right, damn, that shit ain't work. I quit forever. You know what I'm saying? Like when you was walking as a kid, did your mom was like, oh damn, dumbass Drew, he ain't gonna walk. Like it's been 3 weeks. Like
my chef just texted me right before the podcast and was like, yo, you wanna start back up next week? I'm like, man, do I? Like I do want to, but the meal prep is so crazy, right? Like, do you meal prep?
I do it inconsistently.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but so I have an office that we try to eat lunch at.
Right.
So this year, I'm actually like going into January, probably one of the best. Like 220 is my goal weight for this year. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I got like 5-7 pounds to go. So I'm definitely gonna meal prep this year. But I think like the reason like we lock it in, right? The reason people can't lock in is because they can't trust themselves.
Right.
Right? And if you can't trust yourself, right, you lie to yourself, who can you trust?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you're telling yourself, one hand, like, yeah, I need to be disciplined, I need to do this stuff. I failed at it before, you're a failure, you ain't gonna do it. That's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
That's a one-time occurrence. Like if you change your environment up a little bit differently, you plan things out a little bit differently, you could be successful at it.
I think that's the environment is key too.
No,
like,
for sure.
Whatever it comes to, if you want to achieve something, surrounding yourself with people that want to achieve the same thing or have like-minded, you know what I mean, is a little bit easier. Like even if like infidelity, like if you don't want to cheat on your girl and you hang around niggas that want to cheat on their girl, you probably gonna cheat.
I think Chris Rock said it best. Like, yo, you only faithful as your options.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to your point, like, if you want to be a dude who's disciplined,
right?
Like, you ain't going to the donut shop. If you on a diet, you ain't eating donuts. Don't go to the donut shop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
A lot of people say like, oh, you should be able to have it in your face and be like, no, I'm not touching it. Like, why? I don't understand that. Like, you know what I mean?
So the thing is, some people have that discipline where they can rock like that, you know what I'm saying, and they can have it in their face and just turn away, and I respect that.
I think you gotta build up to that though.
I think build up to that, but it's environment.
Right. It's
context. Like, yeah, we great. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks of arguing?
Yeah.
Bruh, you don't want to give me that gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's crazy. All right, so locked in, 2021. I mean, so what is the end goal for the year? Like, what's your, you got any financial goals or any spiritual goals or anything like that?
Yeah, so for me, again, so how I like make goals are really just create a vision, right?
Right.
So for me, I'm more about manifesting my vision than like creating goals, right?
Oh, okay.
So in the 7 pillars, I have areas that I want to hit, right? So like we go self-development. I want to read a book a week. Mm-hmm. So 52 books in a year I want to read, right? And the books are based on like a development plan. So the first part of the year, I want to launch a membership site. So the books that I'm reading now all pertain to me launching that membership site.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and
are you skimming through the books or you reading them?
I read them. So the thing again is just get really disciplined about distraction.
You skimming through, man.
Nah, bro, I'm a fast reader.
That's crazy.
I'm a fast reader. So even when I take courses, like I listen to podcasts, I listen to them on like 2 times.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I do that type of stuff. But
audiobooks or you read like?
No. So I read faster than I can like listen to audiobooks. But like I took speed reading classes before.
Oh, there we go.
When I was a professional athlete, like I spent a lot of time.
Oh, because you had to read the offense.
So I had to read the offense. More so read the offense. I had to diagnose like plays and situations. So what I did in the off season, I would take like speed reading classes and train my eyes how to identify stuff quicker.
So how does that work?
So it's legit looking at a computer, a little bouncy ball going up and down, over, you know what I'm saying? Then it can be like a reading exercise, you read for comprehension, and it just like your brain is a muscle just like anything else. Right. So most people don't realize that you can strengthen your brain to actually do stuff that is no longer done, just like you can get in shape, in the best shape of your life, right? You can read a book a week if you read 50 pages a day. Okay. So just like those daily disciplines really kick in.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, it seems like you got a lot planned for 2021. I hope everybody else got a lot planned. We'll probably be doing some call-ins like on the next episode to see what everybody's resolution is. I know everybody's in the gym. The gym was crazy today. I went crazy, man. Like a music video. I wish I had my oh look, Kim, I do here, man, the recording, because I like really could have shot something in there. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of exercise? It always amazes me, like dudes like at the gym, bro.
It was a Spider-Man dude in there today. He was like upside down on the cables. I didn't know what he was doing. I think he might have just had too much weight. It was the pull down.
Yeah.
The lat pull down.
And
it was lifting him up, but he was going way up. Like, and I think he got like, he did like 4 sets like that. Like it was supposed to be like that. I was like, yeah, nah.
Nah, he thought it was getting it too.
Yeah, nah.
That's cool.
Okay. All right, so we gonna wrap it up with the last question, man. I always ask everybody this, man. Pertaining to the first question, the worst experience in a barbershop. Yeah. What is your best experience in a barbershop ever?
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
So the chin strap, right? So again, so I've been committed to this beard like for 3 years, right? So it's funny because again, like limited beliefs. I was like, damn, can I really grow a beard? Like, can the little parts fill in? You know what I'm saying? So I think it was actually like the barber pool, like the third cut. Like, yo, like this joint is really grown in.
Right.
And like you go from dudes with a baby beard to like, you know what I'm saying? So I think someone who rocks a beard, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously your game is beards, right? And that's something that you really perfect and you really like went in and really mastered your craft. So you know exactly what it takes to get someone else's beard to kind of look like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So those experiences of just, you know what I'm saying, the color content, you know what I'm saying, like how you go, let it grow in, all those disciplines, you know what I'm saying? I think just having it now, where it's like I got a real grown man beard right now.
You gotta look at a beard like an investment.
Right.
Like you gotta just let it chill for a second.
Man.
You can't just be putting some money in there and taking it out when it look good. Like, chill. If you ain't really got nothing important to do,
right, don't
touch it. Like,
that's it.
Like I know a lot of guys that'll be hanging out with their family, and it's like, bro, you around your mom, they don't care what you really look like, man.
Right.
They don't care. Don't sacrifice that line just to stay crispy just because you're gonna be around your family. If you ain't really got nothing popping off, you got a new shorty coming through or something, you gotta get on stage or something like that, that's when you get crispy. You got a wedding, that's when you get crispy.
Right.
Don't be trying to get crispy every week.
Yeah.
What is that about? I don't know. I mean, like, and I say that for guys that hop around different barbershops or try to hit their own, you know what I mean? Because unless you come into a professional barber and he knows, like, okay, he just came 6 days ago. I'm not gonna hit him with the liners and the razor and then come back through it. No, I'm just tapping him. I'm getting the little hairs that grew back. I'm not gonna go into it like that. You know what I mean? I'm just a cleanup, not a full cut.
I think the biggest thing when you're talking about experiences and beer is having the discipline, like someone saying like, yo, your joint uneven.
Right, oh yeah.
So either I'm gonna take this side down or we're gonna give it a week or two for this side to come up. I would prefer like you let this side come up so we can like have a nice full beard. Like most barbers, they just like, man, it's joint already low. Let me go ahead and just match it. You know what I'm saying?
It comes to time management and it comes to keeping it real with your client. It's gonna make it easier for you, and make it easier for everybody, and it's gonna build trust. Because once the client sees results, everybody knows like you locked in. So.
I think the one time I think you could have kept it real with a client when you was in there spray paint my man. Spray painting the fibers on his head. Bro.
I keep it real, like
you should tell me
anybody that does that, I just take my hat off and show them like, look, man, I'm bald, so like if this is what you want to do, don't let nobody know that I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna have to sign some paperwork next time. It gets taxed.
NDAs.
We talk about that next time. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. This is XG Radio.